Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chris, and this is my channel, Barn on 11970. I just wanted to make this perfectly clear for people. I just came from Sam's Club, and I refuse to wear a mask. Now, what you do is up to you. If you want to research or not research, that is, up to you. You have the right to do whatever you want. But as I was in there, as I walked in, there was a lady and a security guard saying how there's a state ordinance that you have to wear a mask, it's mandatory. And I explained to them that there is no federal law and that... Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I'm driving safely. I have this on my steering wheel, so I'm not driving recklessly, which I wouldn't recommend anybody do. But I said, unless there is an ordinance signed by a judge, it's non-enforceable. So I will not comply to that ordinance. And I said to them respectfully, I wasn't mean, I wasn't nasty, didn't give an attitude. I said, if you're saying I am unable to shop here, I will go. But if not, I'm walking in without a mask because it's not enforceable. Now this guy at first, before I said everything, he was saying he's a security guard and he knows the law and everything. And I said, well, if you know the law, then you and I both know this is not enforceable. Now, again, you have the right to do whatever you want. If you don't want to research, if you want to believe whatever's on the TV, you have that right. I'm not here to tell you how to live. I'm just saying about my situation. While I was in there, there must have been 100 to 200 people shopping. I was the only person not wearing a mask. It shows how easily people will conform and how easily people will just do what they're told without even something as simple as a Google search. I can understand centuries ago when there were no computers, there were no cars, there were no planes, and information was very hard to come by, where you couldn't find answers. But nowadays, where a Google search takes you about 30 seconds, there's no excuses. So I remember when I was younger, I watched the movie, like many people that are probably subscribed to channels like this, watched the movie 1984. And I thought, how ridiculous. There is no way the people will comply to that stuff. There's no way that could ever happen in reality. And unfortunately, that's exactly what's happening now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a movie called 1984. You have to watch it. If you haven't watched it, then you'll never really understand. But that movie is now basically a how-to instructional video of how to control the masses. And when I was waiting for some of my curbside stuff, because I went in to get one thing that I forgot, and they won't allow you to add anything, even though they have to go in and get the stuff anyway. I explained to two guys the whole situation, and they kind of just yesed me to death, and then I heard them having their generic, what they heard on the news, conversations with other people when I stopped talking. So unfortunately, the majority of people don't care, they don't want to know, and they live in fear. Meanwhile, mom and pop businesses are going to be a thing of the past, so all the competition for the Walmarts and the Sam Clubs and the McDonald's of the world will be gone. Hospitals are getting incentives for listing deaths as COVID, you know what. I'm not going to say anything else because it will be restricted. And banks are making a killing. And people are getting used to being separated, tattletaling on everybody. It's almost like that movie where the people get possessed by aliens, and then when they see another person that's not taken over an alien, they point and scream. That's where we're headed, unless you do not comply. Now, I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm saying that's what I did. I refused to comply. I wasn't a jerk about it. I wasn't rude. I wasn't cursing them out. I said, unless you're telling me that I'm not welcome to shop here, you cannot enforce that law with me. And they didn't stop me. So all I can say is, it might be in your best interests to help people out there learn what's going on, even if it's stressful, even if it's painful, even if 90% won't believe. Because if we give up, then we're basically allowing it to happen. So we need to be diligent and pay attention. So that's all I'm going to say. Just be careful out there. How many fingers fingers do you see? I have no idea. But thanks for watching, guys. If you appreciate it, give it a thumbs up. I had to take a couple of days off, and, you know, don't believe everything you're told. Question. I'll talk to you soon.